Hey guys, welcome to my video. For today's tutorial, I will be teaching you how to make the vintage chevron block stitch. To begin, all you're going to need is some yarn and a crochet hook. For this tutorial, you will need to know how to make chains, how to make the slip stitch, and how to make the double crochet stitch. I have videos on all of those and I will have them listed down below. To start row 1, make 4 chains. Into the farthest chain from your hook, make 3 double crochet. So that's 1, 2, and 3. So we have those 4 chains we made at the beginning and then 3 double crochet to make this little block. You're now going to make 4 chains again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, you're going to make 3 double crochet into the first chain that you made. So that's going to be this chain right here. So that's 1 double crochet into that chain, 2, and 3. So now we have a second little block made from some chains and 3 double crochet. So these are those chains right here, and then 3 double crochet. You're going to continue making these blocks of 4 chains and 3 double crochet into the first chain for the width of your blanket. And you're going to make them in the multiple of 6. So I already have 2 right now. I'm going to make a total of 12 for my example swatch, but if you wanted more, you would just add multiples of 6 for your width. So I'm going to continue making these little blocks for the rest of my swatch. So these are my 12 starting blocks for my first row. Again, if you were going to continue for the width of your blanket, you would keep making these blocks in the multiple of 6. So this is how row 1 is looking. To start row 2, make 1 chain. So we know from the blocks that we made that we have 3 double crochet and then some chains. You're going to slip stitch into those 3 chains that you have in your first block. Chain 3. Make 3 double crochet into the same chain 3 space that we just slip stitched into. So 1, 2, and 3. Skip to our next block. You could see these are the 3 double crochet. You're going to slip stitch into this chain 3 space like we just did on our last block. Make 3 chains. Make 3 double crochet into that chain 3 space that we slip stitched into. This is what we have so far. Same thing for our next block. These are the 3 double crochet, and this is that chain 3 space. Slip into that chain 3 space. Make 3 chains. Work 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. But this is now going to be our first peak. So now that we've made our 3 double crochet into this chain 3 space, make 3 chains, 1, 2, 3. Then make 3 double crochet into this same space that you made these double crochet right here. So this same space, 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be the peak of our chevron. You can see this is the side. We're going to have 2 blocks. Then for our peak, we have a block, chain 3, and a block. Moving on to our next side. Find that chain 3 space on our next block and slip stitch into it. Make 3 chains. Make 3 double crochet in that same chain 3 space that you just slip stitched into. Same thing for our next block. These are the 3 double crochet. This is that chain 3 space, slip stitch into it. Make 3 chains. Work 3 double crochet into that chain 3 space that you slip stitched into. So we have our side of 2, our peak, and then our side of 2. We're now going to do a valley. For our valley, slip stitch into this next block in that chain 3 space. Then you're going to skip this one. You're not going to work anything into it. You're going to slip stitch into this next block into the chain 3 space. And you can see it's creating that valley. It's coming down like that. So into this one that we just slip stitched into, same thing as usual, chain 3. Work 3 double crochet into that chain 3 space that you slip stitched into. Slip stitch into the next chain 3 space of our next block, chain 3. Make 3 double crochet in that same chain 3 space. This is what we have so far. So 2 on each side, peak, 2 on each side, valley, 2 on each side. So we're going to make another peak. Slip stitch into the next block, that chain 3 space. Make 3 chains. Make 3 double crochet into that chain 3 space that you slip stitched into. So that's going to be 1/2 of, make 3 chains. Then make 3 double crochet into that same chain 3 space that you just made those 3 double crochet into to make that peak. Moving on to our next block, those 3 double crochet are right here. Slip stitch into the next chain 3 space on that block. Make 3 chains. Make 3 double crochet into that chain 3 space. Slip stitch into the next block. Make 3 chains. 3 double crochet into that same chain 3 space. Now that we have our chevron set up, you could see we have 2 on each side, a peak, 2, a valley, 2, a peak, and 2 for our last side. So we do have 1 block left. What we're going to do to complete our row is just slip stitch into that last block into that chain 3 space. And that is how row 2 is looking. To start row 3, make 1 chain. You're going to skip to this first block right here and slip stitch into that chain 3 space of that block. Make 3 chains. Work 3 double crochet into that same chain 3 space that you slip stitched into. Moving on to our next block, slip stitch into the next chain 3 space, make 3 chains. Make 3 double crochet into that same chain 3 space that you just slip stitched into. We've come to our peak. Slip stitch into this chain 3 space of our peak from our last row. You're now going to make a peak, chain 3, work 3 double crochet into this space, make 3 chains, work 3 double crochet into this same space. Moving on to the next block, slip stitch into the chain 3 space, make 3 chains, make 3 double crochet into that chain 3 space that you slip stitched into. Same thing for our next block, slip stitch into that chain 3 space, make 3 chains, make 3 double crochet into that chain 3 space that you slip stitched into. So there's our 2 side blocks. We're now going to do a valley, slip stitch into the chain 3 space of our next block. Then to skip that one, slip stitch into the chain 3 space of our next block. Make 3 chains, 3 double crochet into that same chain 3 space that you slip stitched into. Slip stitch into the next block, make 3 chains, make 3 double crochet into that same chain 3 space that you slip stitched into. So there's our valley. We have the 2 side blocks, valley, 2 side blocks. So we're going to make our next peak, slip stitch into this previous peak space, make 3 chains, make 3 double crochet into this same peak space, make 3 chains, make 3 double crochet into this same peak space. We're now going to make our 2 last side blocks, slip stitch into the next block, make 3 chains, 3 double crochet into that same chain 3 space that you slip stitched into, slip stitch into our next block, make 3 chains, 3 double crochet into that last chain 3 space. And to end our row, you're going to slip stitch into this chain 3 space on the block below from our last row. And that's how row 3 is looking. You would now repeat row 3 for however long you want your project. I will have all of the rows timestamped down below so they are easy to reference back to. That is going to be how to make the vintage chevron block stitch. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more from me. You can follow me on all social media at crochetmelovely, all one word. Please leave me any feedback down below for future videos and tutorials that you would like to see. Thank you guys so much for being here, and have a great day.